Chat, brew us up an Abzan Aristocrats deck.
Yeah, post the deck link in chat.
Yeah, let's seem like a team effort in the chat. Give us numbers and shit.
Infect versus Jeskai. Yeah, this is, like, really tough for Scott.
He has to have a lot of protection. A lot.
Yeah.
Because Greg's deck is literally 1-for-1 removal deck.
It's so hard to keep your creatures.
Right.
And still have pump spells left over to kill them.
Correct. This is how you do it, though. You play a guy on one, you hope he doesn't have the bolt end step, which it looks like he's going to do. You know, I haven't really had a good look at Greg's hand. He's playing kind of close to the chest here. Yep, there's that bolt. I saw a Hieroglyphic Illumination and an Island, Hallowed Fountain now, Cryptic Command, Scalding Tarn, and a Lightning Helix. That's what Greg's hand looks to be.
This is going to be rough.
Yeah, he's got another piece of removal, a draw spell, counter spell.
I'm not seeing a pump spell in Scott's hand that would even keep a second Glistener Elf alive through Lightning Helix.
No, you'd have to have like a pump spell and a mutagenic growth. But even if you're just doing that, yeah, come on, Brad, don't be that guy.
Tell us.
We already know what you're building. It's bad. No, I'm just kidding. And no play here on 2 from Scott. That's either signaling weakness or signaling he wants to play this a bit slower and try to maybe assemble a few more lands and play out a creature when he has some protection for it.
There are a few cards in the board that can allow Scott to really play this slower, but game 1, it's just not
miserable
in his favor at all.
I can't, his cards are foily, so I can't really...
Yeah, I know.
He's got a couple of pump spells, it seems.
I see at least one Might of Old Krosa, a Groundswell, I think.
A Dismember, maybe. Yeah, it's a Dismember. Yeah, he has no more creatures, so that's clearly why he played no more creatures.
Interesting that he shocked himself again.
The life totals aren't really relevant for him in this matchup, so I think he's just representing maybe like a counter spell or who knows what,
Yeah, Spell Pierce or something.
End step, he's going to cycle this Hieroglyphic Illumination, just play a tapped land and say go. This is exactly where Greg wants to be, under literally no pressure. Ooh, and Scott not even going to play a third land, going to play no creature, just going to pass the turn. Greg just content to play a tapped land and say go. Third land from Scott. Back and forth, back and forth.
Draw go. Just so cleanly in Greg's favor.
Greg,
he's never going to miss a land drop.
At this point, Greg is a 98% chance to win this game.
Yeah, if not more.
If not more. I might be being generous to Scott there.
Yeah. Yeah, discarding pump spells to hand size.
Hard cast Hieroglyphic Illumination. We're at a 99.7, I would say, and that's because that's a Secure the Waste, I think, from Greg.
Oh, yeah. That is a Secure the Waste. This game should be very over.
Yep. Dismember, not very good against 5 or 6 tokens.
Tap your lands the same way.
Gurg.
Shock.
Gurg gonna shock in the land. Don't call him Greg. Oh, by the way, no, we're gonna call him Gurg.
All right.
His name is now Gurg. Just gonna shock a land into place, say go. Really, his life total doesn't matter either. The only thing that matters is the poison counters, but even that at this point doesn't matter. I think we're just gonna see a big Secure the Waste here at end step.
Yep. I think that's why he shocked himself.
Yep. Gonna be for 7. Way more than enough to end this game.
Yeah.
There it is. Ooh, it's only doing
just for 4. Wants to leave Logic Knot up.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
Yep, can't say I blame him. You never know if there's like a random Spell Pierce hanging out.
Yeah.
It is for 5. Yeah, you're right, Eric.
Oh. Oops.
And he could always just do it again if he really wants to put the nail in the coffin there with a Snapcaster Mage in the hand.
Yeah. Not that he really needs it. Now you play real safe and just hold up Cryptic and Logic Knot every turn.
I mean, I think you just do it. What's he gonna say about 6 more 1/1s or whatever it is?
Well, he's been building his hand up for a long time now. He likely has like Blossoming Defenses in hand. So if you let the guy through, He is likely going to be able to protect it twice.
Yeah, but you have a million dudes.
That's fair. I don't know if it's Blighted Agent. I'm still worried.
I just wanted to see 1,000,001 okay, Eric? I know he did it the correct way. God. I've never seen Snapcaster Mage flashback secure the wastes. So I just wanted to see it, okay? Candyman Dream. Hate you guys.
Control players?
Well, your won't.
Your won't.
Well, your won't, Eric.
Jeez.
He's very won't.
What a guy.
Nope, stop.
Can we time him out again?
Yeah, time that guy out. All right, so what do we got here?
Hercule's Recall, Viridian Corruptor. None of these cards seem good to me. Spellskite Dispel. Yeah, that's it, I think, for Scott. He's got access to Dispel and Spellskite as, like, the two standout cards.
I mean, I guess you could, like, have an argument for Relic of Progenitus.
Yeah, I've brought it in against Control, but it doesn't seem like where you want to be at all.
I'm more interested in Greg's board, though, on the other hand.
So yes.
We're bringing in these two Anger of the Gods. Probably bringing in these two Dispels and Negate.
Yeah.
Pardon me, jeez.
You could bring in Damping Sphere. Slows down his ability to play multiple spells in a single turn. Which is absolutely crucial against Infect, I feel.
I mean, I don't know if Damping Sphere is necessarily for Infect.
That's fair. I think when you bring it in frequently, they go, play my pump spell, and you go, okay, shoot it in response, and they go, okay, I don't have 2 mana to play my second pump spell now. My guy dies.
I guess.
It might be unnecessary. He might not have enough cards that are bad in this matchup to take out. So, other cards I could see bringing in Surgical also, but that's along the same lines. It's just a little unnecessary. It's potentially good, but most likely is too much.
I would agree with that assessment. You guys in the chat are boring when Eric's the only guy just spamming stupid emojis.
Is Greg already kept to 7?
It's Gerg.
I'm so sorry.
God,
has Gerg kept to 7 here?
Havard.
Oh no, this is what happens. Yeah. I forgot.
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez, Rick.
He's not keeping whatever this is. Okay.
You know, I think the Mulligans very much favor Greg.
Oh, yeah.
He only needs, like, a Path and a Bolt.
Yeah.
And, you can, if he has mana to cast 2 removal spells, the game's probably just good, right? If one of them resolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a, well, I can't even say, that's a little bit too rude to the Infect deck. You know, there is some play, they do have Inkmoth Nexuses that are real good in the matchups like this. But it's so miserable, man. This is just Greg's wheelhouse.
Yeah, this is exactly where you want to be. A deck that loses to removal spells.
Mm-hmm. Both players going to keep Scry to the top. Pendlehaven, Glistener Elf. Ooh, an Electrolyze. God, that's just such a beating in this matchup. And a second one.
Oh,
God, if he gets to 3 mana, this game's just over. Inkmoth Nexus, okay. Okay, we're fighting.
These are important cards in this matchup.
Very important. Getting in for 1. He's going.
That one's okay.
Yeah.
He has a Blossoming Defense in hand also, so very important that he at least holds up one of them.
I've never been a fan with the Infect deck of just going for random bits of damage like that.
That's... I don't know.
At least in matchups like this, I would rather keep my pump spells a bit more defensive.
That's fair. Mutagenic Growth on its own doesn't save your creature ever.
But it usually can combo with another one. That's kind of more my point. And, you know, there are a lot of situations where being able to counter one even at the second piece of removal is good enough.
Yeah.
And Greg here is just going to go with a Dispel. And
Why?
Wow, that's bad.
That is so bad. He's still going to get in the same amount of damage, loses his Blossoming Defense. Glistener Elf is completely open here.
Ugh. Greg is real... it's not 5 Infect, it's 3.
Yeah, he dispelled the mutagenic growth.
Yeah, that probably just lost him the game. I'm going to be honest with you.
Unless he has another Blossoming Defense in hand. Like,
which, even if you do, you don't go for it.
No, you're not casting
ever. That's...
Wow.
I mean, I get where he's coming from. He feels like he just has to go, right? That's what he's...
Yeah, he has to go before it's too late, and I don't think that's what you have to do.
That's not how you play the Infect deck. You know what I mean? It's not a burn deck. It's not a zoo deck. It's more of like a combo aggro deck.
Yeah.
You have to pick your spots. Oh, man.
It's not going to kill the Glistener Elf because it was pumped.
Yeah,
but
that's right. I thought it was about to trade.
Yeah, no, then the game would really just be over here.
I mean, Greg's totally content to just block the 2 poison here, use that as a fog, because he has Electrolyze. And I think you just fire that now, right? Because he has no green mana up.
Yeah, you have that option, or you have the option to try and blow him out if he fires up Inkmoth Nexus.
Nah, I don't think you go for that.
I don't think you do either.
You kill the Infect creatures when you can, personally. Because he's very unlikely to kill you here.
He might have just done it.
I don't think he's going to have enough.
He's one short. If he has a mutagenic growth, he actually just wins.
Well, he can't cast.
He has a Become Immense,
but he can't cast.
I know, but if he has a mutagenic growth, then he has the Delve required.
Right. You're right.
He's 1 card short.
You're right.
That's actually just kind of crazy.
That is the one thing about the Infect deck. That's what I'm talking about, a pick your spots thing.
Yeah.
This is the spot, you know what I mean? You wait for him to tap out, and if you can do it, you do it.
Yeah.
And if you have, like, the Blossoming Defense here, or whatever, I would rather him have just saved that. It's so bad.
He has a Blighted Agent in hand. I would have much rather this turn play Blighted Agent, leave Pendelhaven up to save it.
I mean, Pendelhaven really doesn't save it from...
It saves it from Electrolyze.
That's true.
I understand that it does normally not save it, though.
Yeah, that's probably what Scott's thought process on that was. And I think he had that Verdant Catacombs in his hand, so maybe he wants to be able to, like, play it, and...
Now he might be in...
I don't even know.
I don't know. If I were him, the way he's been playing, it might be like go mode, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised here if he just fired up the Inkmoth again.
I think that's so wrong.
It's wrong, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised.
He would walk into Electrolyze too. Oh,
that'd be such a brutalizing. But the way he's been playing, that's what I'm... Okay,
I know.
He respected it. He respected it.
And I think that's what you have to do.
You do. You have to respect it.
As Infect, you basically have to respect everything.
So now, right here, we're in an interesting spot, because he's got into Become Immense that he can cast a counter removal spell or to go for it. But Greg has a Path and an Electrolyze, so we're going to see what happens here. With a second Inkmoth, that actually really changes things. Oh, he's just going to go for it. He's going to get blown out.
That is...
It's so greedy. You can't do that.
He has no real protection spell.
No.
Yeah, I think the right play there is to fire up Inkmoth as well, get in with both, and if he goes for, like, Electrolyze,
right,
try to save one.
Well, even then he can still leave up the Path, but that's the correct way to play it, I believe.
Well, and I mean, save it with Pendelhaven only.
Okay, fair
enough. and then just, like, keep your Become Immense in hand and give it another turn. Dustin plays Infect as his, like, primary deck.
Okay.
He's won an RPTQ through 2 Jeskai control decks back to back.
Oh wow!
And it requires, like, a level of patience that I'm just not seeing from Scott right now.
Right, that's what I was saying. You can't just go with it with this Infect deck against the control deck. You have to pick your spot. And Scott is not picking his spot. He's just saying unbridled aggression.
Yeah, he's like spot. the card's in my hand. This is time.
Yeah, the time is now.
Noble Hierarch. He's got a Noble Hierarch in hand. Wow. Now he can win with regular damage.
For being on a mulligan, his draw this game's been very good.
Yeah.
You know, he's had a lot of threats. He's had a lot of his better cards. You know, a 1 Blossoming Defense. Yeah. He's cast to Become Immense. You know, so he should be in a much better spot than he's been in. I think he's playing too quickly. He seems to be playing very quick and kind of impulsively. And I'm not trying to, like, pick on him because we've all been there. You know what I mean? But this is a tricky deck to play, too.
It's hard to want to think of this deck as a deck that goes slow when you know that it can, like, actually just kill on turn 2 sometimes. Right,
you think of it as the I have to kill as fast as possible deck because you can kill that quick.
Frequently, it's just not ever what you should be doing.
No, it's frequently a deck that you want to get in for one, several times, and then over 2 turns you want to play 1 pump spell, hit you for 3, and then I have like 2 or 3. I have a protection spell and a pump spell to get lethal next turn.
Yeah.
And here he's just gonna go for it again with this Vines of the Vastwood. Oh, right into the Field of Ruin.
Oh, jeez, it's on board. That one's just really rough.
You can see Scott just kind of looking at with the boards, realizing that he didn't quite think that through.
Yeah. Knows he doesn't have another basic, not going to go look.
You know, it's really funny to me that in the chat here, the last word is don't get greedy.
Yeah.
And that's like really famous last words for this game because this game has been nothing but like one big pot of greed. Yeah. You're welcome for the Yu-Gi-Oh reference, Frumpy. He loves his Yu-Gi mans.
Yu-Gi-Oh's all right. I can't bring myself to say anything more than that.
I will refrain from commenting.
Good to hear. Good to hear that.
Yeah. Not something I do often.
Yeah.
Gonna fire up the old Celestial Colonnade here.
Put him to 3.
Yeah, I really think this should have been Scott's game.
Yeah, that game, look, he had like everything he needed.
Yep. I think that several misplays cost him that.
Yeah, it all started with Blossoming Defense in response